Hey everybody, how are you guys doing? All right, I'm back. I'm back at my place. We are the next day. This is the second card that I had pulled yesterday. This will be for the people drawn to this card. Okay. Technically, this card it looks sad on the card. Actually looks sad, but it's called La Sagesse, which is kind of like wisdom, the wisdom card. And ironically enough, it's the wisdom card, but it's a card that's very melancholic and very lonely. You know, even though there is like this doorway and stuff, I think it's an interesting card. All of the cards from this deck are pretty interesting. I find them really beautiful and, you know, different from the normal interpretation that someone could have for, you know, these words, you know. So this will be the wisdom, so la sagesse. La sagesse, wisdom. I'm trying to see if it's the right translation. It's, yeah, when someone is wise, you know, calm, wise, you know. Okay, so this game is actually, hold on, I'm gonna try to prop my computer up just a tiny bit so you guys can try to see all the cards, because for this reading, all three top cards were clarified by two oracle cards, shamanic oracle cards. When normally it's like just either one or sometimes two, but all the cards on the top were clarified with two, and then only one came out for the bottom ones. So we have quite a. I'm gonna try to go pretty fast, but it might be a long reading. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It might. I'm gonna see also if it crosses the other reading that I did yesterday, because there's some similar cards in there. But it feels like it's in a different kind of a different it's kind of a different story. But you know, I'm gonna just jump in and see what I get from all these cards, you know. So we're starting up with the moon card. The moon card clarified by the drum and the upper world. And I think yesterday we had the moon and the upper clarified by the upper world. So see, it's pretty similar, except that this time the drum came out first and the upper world came out second. But you know, with the drum there, actually I kind of see something different. You see how the drum is there is like a shamanic musician about to knock on that drum with that right here. It's like a thing to hit the drum. But the drum makes me think of the moon a little bit. It's like you are at your position on this moon at the moment. For whoever this group is for, you are sitting on this moon at the moment, and it's almost like something from the upper world. So maybe you're gonna have I don't want to use the term reality check because I don't think it's negative, but something is gonna rock your world, because you see the moon that you're sitting on, something is about from the upper world is about to hit it. And it's not necessarily in a negative way. It's just you know, maybe you're a little bit too comfortable on that, you know, sitting up there, and maybe either you're too comfortable or there's just something that's going to come and rock your world. Okay, and since it's upper world, something tells me that it's something that's going to be good. It's something that's meant to happen, and it's something that's meant to shake your foundation just a bit, probably also to check that your foundation is firm, because at the moment you're kind of floating on this moon. And it reminds me of the reading yesterday, but you're kind of floating on this moon, you know. And but more than the moon this time, because last time really the face of the moon was drawing me in. This time it's really the motion of the woman that's sitting on the moon. Her attention is lower, you know. So maybe you're losing hope a little bit, or maybe something is happening and something is about to come and just bring you back into awareness, and bring you back into a good standpoint, you know what I mean, like a good thing in your life, you know. That's kind of what it that's kind of what it feels, you know. It's like you're losing focus a little bit just because you are You're losing focus a little bit, kind of like you are distracted and looking at the bottom, like maybe paying too much attention to what is below you a little bit, instead of being straight up and looking straight forward, you're looking down back at some things that maybe are not helping you raise your vibration, actually pulling your vibration down. And you're letting yourself be tempted a little bit, which the temptation card is not coming down, but that's kind of, and it's like something from the upper world is about to come and bring you back into awareness. Okay, and it's good because it's like the other readings, some of the other readings that I've done, it's like something is always protecting you and guiding you. You're not alone, and you'll always have this calling, this thing that's always bringing you back. Hey, come back, like focus. Almost, because next we have the Three of Water, clarified by many paths, and the Rainmaker. When I pulled this card, when I'm looking at it, it almost looks like something is burdensome. I'm gonna show you. I'm just looking at the other two cards also to see what yeah, it makes me think that so it's the Three of Water, and if you can see on this card, she's holding 3 little baskets with pearls in them, but look at her. She looks like she's struggling a little bit, like it's a bit too heavy, like one fell down and she's trying to catch it with her tail, and the other one is on her head, but it's like it's making her head tilt. Her eyes are closed, and there's just something about this card that makes me feel like there's something that's a burden, probably the thing that's pulling you in. So maybe something is going on in your personal life, or like whatever it is that is pulling your energy back down. And in this card we can really see that it's taking a bit of a toll on you, because it's making you tired. It just feels like it's not much, and actually you have hidden gems hidden in everything that's happening to you at the moment. So they're not negative things in the long run. There are things for you to keep learning, and it's kind of like when you're playing these video games and you gain coins, it's kind of like what's going on, but it's I think there is a sense, especially in the water here, there's kind of a sense of not turmoil, just it's taking your attention away your it's taking your attention away from something. It definitely is. And it's clarified by many paths and the Rainmaker. And I think the one of the, you see how at the top here you have the some like it's something that looks similar to those pearls in here, so it's something similar to those hidden gems that you have in your baskets. What that seems so heavy, but in the end you have something in them to gain from the experiences you're having at the moment. It's like many roads. I take this card today as many roads lead to Rome, or all the roads lead to Rome, and like that. Like you in the end, the roads you're taking will always be. You will gain the knowledge. You will gain everything that you have to gain from these events. Okay. So don't think that life is always changing, and it's not always a straight path, and it's not always a straight line where everything is all good or all bad. And I think this is what it means. Sometimes this time I'm seeing the Rainmaker as, on some paths you may get rain, you may get a bit of an obstacle. That today I see the Rainmaker a little bit as an obstacle, kind of like a little troubling energy that's kind of coming and being like, hey, I'm gonna, how can I say that? They give you obstacles for fun, It almost feels like that with the Rainmaker today. It's like it could be a clear way, but you wouldn't be able to get what's inside if it was that easy. You know what I mean? So these are little things you're gonna have to work through. You know, might it be, you know, quarrel at work, quarrel in the family, or, you know, just some things that are just not, you know, that are kind of ruining your vibe just a bit, you know, not too bad. I think right now you're at a pretty comfortable place. And with these three cards, I just see that it's just something that you're going through, and it's taking a little bit of a toll on you. You know, it's making you, it's taking, bringing your energy down. But the upper world is with you, and always keeping you at, you know, bay from trouble, or, you know, like actually negative energies and negative things. And then the next card is the Tower, clarified by the Indian cross and the corn. I think you're gonna, after you're done with these, and even now the little things that you're going through right now that are not that bad, the Tower in this card really is just for me a good foundation. It's maybe it, you know, if I'm referring to the other tarot, you know, maybe it's something that did crumble, but look at the foundation, look at this. You want to, you know, you see that this is sturdy, you know, this is a sturdy place. There is light emanating from the doors and the windows. It's like, you know, you've reached paradise almost, you know. And I think this is it's clarified by the Indian cross and the corn. And I think with this, the Indian cross, I think of as a blessing. You know, it's almost a blessing, as in, how can I say this? I see it as kind of like a blessing, as in, you know, because in the first place, the Indian cross, I guess, is something that's it's a talisman that represents, you know, the all the, you know, cardinal points, you know, the north, the south, and everything. And the window in the middle is symbolizes a portal to the other world. Technically, that's what it's supposed to represent. But when I'm looking at it, for me, it looks like something like, on top of the fact that this right here, the circle, reminds me again of the pearls, the shape of the pearls, the shape of what's on top of the many paths right here. You see what I mean? It I think this is what it just represents to me. What is it that with your castle, it's almost like the emblem of your castle and what you're gaining. You know, you're gaining something very earthy, very, again, you know, shamanistic, something very empowering, and something very abundant with the corn next to it. Like the corn is just, for me, it's almost like this is your castle that you have worked for, that you have built. This is the emblem of your castle, or what your castle is protected by. You know, something that is, you know, like a you know, and almost like the word sponsor comes in my mind, you know, something that's very that's here to protect it. You feel protected by it, and it's protected, and you protect its values as well. And it's almost like the corn, that card is like the backyard of your castle, you know, like with everything growing just perfectly, you know. And I think even though you're having these little things in your life, this is protecting you all the whole time. I think this represents also like the forces that are with you this whole time, and also allowing all this stuff to grow around you, and for you to keep learning in a good, positive way, and with knowledge and wisdom. I guess we can refer to this card also with the fact of having wisdom. You know, the fact of, you know, you have to, you know, you're at a good place right now, but you know, you still, you're, you know, whatever age you are, you still have a lot to learn. And you know that it's not going to be necessarily an easy path, but it's not going to be horrible, and you'll be able to get through it, because that's just how you are. That's just, you know what I mean? It's just, what doesn't kill you make you stronger, you know. It's kind of like that. And I think your past you know, when I'm looking at these cards in there, and especially the protection with the upper world and everything like that, I think you're past this stage of whatever is happening can kill you, you know, because I don't think you see death the same way anyway, and as an ending per se. And I don't think, you know things are hard, but I don't think you would make a too much of a drastic decision, because you don't gain all of this. You don't gain all of this by staying weak, you know. And I don't want to offend anybody, you know. I guess I'm just gonna throw that out there since I said that. I'm not gonna, we've all been through there. We've all been there, you know. Me first, you know. I've had difficult times. I had the thoughts come through my head, you know. And even a lot younger, because I was a lot younger when it happened. I was around like 13 when all this happened for me. And uh, and uh, I realized that it is some sort of weakness, because it is a weakness towards your own strength. You know, you can do it. You can succeed in life. You can succeed in everything that you want. And even if anything is happening at, harassed at school, harassed at work, um, in a situation that you feel you can't get out of, something that seems, never ending, and it's just, you can get through it, and later you'll be able to get to help people that are going through it. It's your gift. That's why you're here. You have when, even if you're well settled and everything like that, you will still get a little bit of spice from life. And that's a good thing. It makes you feel alive in the end. It really does. And uh and uh you I think you're past this step now, that you're not gonna, about taking action and stuff like that. As far as, when life gets too hard, I doubt, after everything you've learned, even though you let yourself go back to this once in a while, you let yourself, you let the lower world take your energy, because you also want to give it, because I think sometimes you try to bring one hand into the darkness to pull one into the light. I think that's what you try to do sometimes, and sometimes you get burnt. I think that might be a bit of the message sometimes. People that are ready to be brought to light will throw lines. I have this person right now in my life that I see is needing something, and it's just, it's one of the people that I probably would have never thought that would happen. And they're actually reaching out, but like, it's healthy reaching out. It's healthy. It's like asking, it's like asking for help a little bit without asking it. And I really appreciate, I really appreciate the fact that they're coming to me for that, because I feel like, I'd rather them come to me than to somebody that can take advantage of their weakness, of their moment of weakness, to make them turn into to something that's more harmful. And and I think that happens sometimes too, and whether we want it or not, we do get pulled in back into the lower world sometimes, but the upper world is always here to knock us back into alignment, to help us back reach our our tower, our castle and everything like that. So our next two cards are the Two of Water and the Ghost Dance. So when I pulled the card, I'm just gonna go from there. When I pulled the Two of Water, the thing I thought immediately are two peas in a pod. Um, I don't know if there was a saying with the fish, but it's like, for me, that's what I heard when I pulled this card out. And Ghost Dance, I think there is something. It might be what is pulling you back. It might be this with the Ghost Dance. Maybe the Ghost Dance is is having this effect on you. Maybe it's somebody from the past. I'm gonna use the term of, because I heard two peas in a pod, I'm gonna see it as some sort of romance or friendship or something like that. There's something that is, and the ghost card is kind of darker. It's kind of a darker card, and I'm kind of seeing it as a something is clouding your mind once in a while. I think there is something from your past that is coming and blurring your vision a little bit. It's probably not negative per se. It's just blurring your vision. And maybe reminding you of something that happened before with somebody else. um, I'm saying that because technically, I like to keep my reading very personal, but the reason I'm saying that is because I feel like the ghost dance is one of the fishes. It's like it's not. It's I almost want to see this card like there would be only one. It's like if you were good by yourself, like you like life is meant for you to be a little bit, by yourself. And I feel like sometimes something is drawing you in and making you feel like you were in a pair, like being by yourself is not enough, and that I think that's why it's coming with the ghost dance. I think it's something that's just a veil that's coming and making you feel like you yourself are not 100% good. You're like 95% good by yourself, but there's still this part of you longing for somebody else in your life, maybe a partner or partnership maybe. But it's just a veil. It's not necessarily real. I think it's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. And I always take, I love doing these readings because it does a lot for me too. I'm very lonely. Not lonely in the sense that I feel lonely, but alone. And I'm learning a lot about everything. I'm learning a lot about myself, about life, about other people as well. And sometimes I really feel that there is something, calling me back. It's just something that's clouding, yeah, my vision. Like it's not like me myself, I'm not enough for myself, like I already have me. So I kind of like there was another reading that kind of displayed that. Anyway, so I'm gonna keep going. But I think it's just an illusion. I think for you it's just an illusion that you're not enough. And it's this fear kind of that comes in and makes your tower shake a little bit. But your foundation is so still, and you're so protected. And you like, look how abundant this is full grown. This is like it's hard to stop this. And I think, it's something that's coming and kind of shaking your foundation a bit, but it's not going to crumble. Look at that. It cannot crumble. It's too beautiful and protected to crumble. But sometimes, there is a veil that comes in front of your eyes. Then the next card is the King of Fire, clarified by the Cancel. And I think I'm gonna, because of the Council card, I think you have somebody in your life. Because it's a king, I might refer to it as a father, a father figure probably, or father, grandfather maybe, that is of great help for you in supporting you and in helping you go through this journey and protecting you also. It's somebody. Look at the two loving cards. He has a heart on his hands, and then the Council. Look on the heart chakra. Both hands on the heart chakra with the eyes closed. Both cards are absolutely, look, both around their heads. They have this sun shining in the back of their head. I feel like you have somebody that really, really cares for you with unconditional love, that is looking over you. They could be, because of the wings, it could be someone that is passed away, or it could be someone in this life, that is doing the trip, going through this with you without even necessarily knowing that this is happening to you. It could be somebody that is just very present at the moment and helping you grow, and kind of like almost part of this upper world, a representant of this upper world, and something that always keeps you in line and in check and everything like that, but in a very loving and unconditional loving way. It's very beautiful. I strongly feel this is someone, a spirit, or someone. It's someone that is looking over you, that is helping you, that is giving you love, that is, because the Council is here. Otherwise, I could have said this is you giving love, but the Council makes me think that this is you get advice from this person. Whether you realize it or not, or whether, there is something that you're gaining through this spiritual connection with this person. Very loving, very, very loving, you know, and that is keeping you in check. Yeah, these two cards are really beautiful. I think this is a wink from somebody. You know, if it's someone that's passed on, it's a wink from them. It's like, hey, you know, I'm here. You know, you can have whatever is going on, you know, and seeing these two cards, when I'm looking at them, seeing these two cards next to these two right here with the Ghost Dance and the Two of Water, it almost seems these two cards almost seem obsolete now. They almost seem like, you know, there is this veil that's making you feel like you're not enough by yourself. But now you have these two cards that are coming through and are just so strong in love and unconditional love and everything like that, that the two cards with the Ghost Dance, the veil in front of your eyes and everything, is just, it doesn't, it's just, it's not real, it's a veil in front of your eyes. This is not, this is real. This is what's real. This is real. This is, you know, it's there. You know they're there. You know, whoever it is, dead or alive, you know they're there, and you know they're looking over you and helping you out by giving you, you know, love. You know, giving you unconditional love and everything. I like these two cards here because it's like a break in the, it's just a reminder, a little wink. I really see it as that, you know, a little wink from somebody that is, you know, somebody wise that's looking over you. You know, it's making me look at this card a little bit too. You know how the King of Fire looks like he's sitting, and this is sitting right here. You know, it might very well be somebody that is passed on. But it's, you know, it's not going to be for everybody, because some people in the waking life too, you know, can do so much, you know, can do so much. So the last two cards that we have are the Eight of Earth and the Completion card. I'm showing you the cards now, and then I'm going to look at them a little bit more. So, you know, what it reminds me of for this reading is, you see how it's like you are in a lifetime where you were completing a lot of cycles, and this time I'm seeing all of these as a cycle completed. You know, it's like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, you know, and you have 8, and you just keep completing your cycles because you're well guided, you're strong, you just keep going. And it is possible, because now I'm looking at also the drum card. See, when I'm looking at these and I'm looking at this, it almost looked like, you see how she's, like I said, about to knock it off the moon, you know what I mean? Like the two cards that I was talking about before, where it looks like she's gonna knock her off the moon in a good way, just as you know, rock the foundation a little bit, like, you know. I feel like this has a relation with this. It's funny because it's the two beginning cards and the two last cards, because it's like, it almost looks like she's about to tap on this to signify, to call the end, the completion of that cycle that you are in right now. So it's very possible that you're about to complete a cycle right now, and it's probably due to the fact also that it's you know, the fact that you're on this moon right here. I'm trying to find the best words to use so that it's understandable the way I'm getting the info, you know. It's almost like you're sitting on here and you're at this point where, you know, it's beautiful and everything like that, but some things are still drawing you back in, and whatever is drawing you back in is almost at an end. You're almost done with that. It's like, it's imminent, because you're about to finish your cycle. This cycle is complete, and you have completed it. You have completed it with the help of somebody that is always by your side. Always by your side. Sorry, I'm looking at the cards too. I'm getting something very, very strong and emotional from these two cards. Very strong and emotional. You know, I don't know who this is for. You know, and whoever is gonna, you know, feel drawn to this or anything like that, but there is somebody that is really trying to come through right now. Somebody that is, I don't know if it's because somebody is going through a really hard time accepting the fact that they've grown and that things are never going to be the same, and you're having such a hard time understanding it that they feel the need to manifest the fact that they're there, to show you that it's real, to show you that it's all for a higher good. Or man, that's pretty crazy. Even like now, I'm almost linking the ghost dance to the King of Fire. The fact that he's like, hold on, I'll get back to these two cards, but look, it's like he's surrounded by the council, which he is, like he's a council for you, your council, in your tower. You know what I mean? He's part of your world. This person helped you build this. It's it's part of your world. Oh my god, this is, I don't know what this is, but it's getting very emotional right now. Sorry. And I don't want to repress it too much because I think it's so, the amount of love that I'm feeling right now, I don't know for who this is. I don't even know how to express it. And I don't want to repress it because it's so beautiful that it's worth being shared a little bit, you know. But I almost want to link the ghost dance to him. I don't know. I'm getting several stories because I'm definitely keeping the story that there is something that's keeping you, making you go back where it feels like it was maybe a bit easier before. But, you know, from the past with the ghost dance. But I also want to link the ghost dance to this person. Like again, because I think it's probably someone that has passed away. And oh my god, I hope whoever is supposed to get that message is gonna get it because I don't know how to express it. My heart is like exploding right now. It's really beautiful. You have completed a cycle. You know, it's like it's almost like every time you complete it, you know, this is almost like you on the little violin, you know, and you just kind of like you've just got done doing something like it's almost like a tightrope, you know, where you're walking on it and you just succeeded, and now you just succeeded to walk on the tightrope, and now you're just hop jumping on the thing and doing your little Mario dance at the end. Yeah, you know, it's that's exactly what it feels like to me. You have completed the cycle. You know, you're going through for whoever this is for, you're going through your journey feeling like you're taking one steps forward, two steps back sometimes. But this is a message that you know that even though it feels this way, because it's clearly demonstrated here with with the thing that's growing back down, you are very much protected. And even though it may feel sometimes like you're going back, I also feel like it's a loving gesture towards some people sometimes, and you just end up getting burned because the people are not ready to receive some people are not ready to receive your light. A lot of people are, like, a lot of people are, but some of them are just going to drain your energy. And I think sometimes that's why you feel like you're taking three steps, two steps, three steps back, you know, towards your chip, you know, back, because it's because you feel more drained, because you gave energy to people that took a bit of advantage of these of your energy, you know. But, you know, and, you know, things from the past also, stories from the past, you know, maybe some feelings of, you know, regret that things didn't work out. Maybe, you know, on your own actions or not, you know, it doesn't matter, you know. There's still some sort of something that's clouding, putting a veil on your view sometimes and making you feel like you're not going forward. But you're protected. And whoever this is, I can tell you that they're always, always, always there. I think you, at this point, you just need to like stop and stand still and let them make you feel what they want to make you feel, because it's beautiful, and you just have to tune into them a little bit and you'll just feel it, you know. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope this message is gonna ring for someone, and you guys take good care and keep doing what you're doing, and don't forget that this is what you have built. This is what you have built, and you're protected in it always. Okay, now everything you're gonna do, you're gonna build from there. You know, this is just a tower, but you can make a whole castle out of this. It's just a foundation that are extremely strong. The castle is part of the mountain. Okay, all right guys, love you, talk to you later. Bye bye.